Hello. Do you know what a bounty hunter is? If you're a millennial chud, then you for sure just thought about Boba Fett. If you're a cool guy like me, then you thought about Spike Spiegel. I'm kidding, I've never seen Cowboy Bebop. But bounty hunters in real life are not as cool as their fictional counterparts. Instead of protecting green nutsacks or owning spaceships and ore farming, they instead catch people who jump bail once it's posted. What's worse is they're even worse at ore farming. If you don't know, like I didn't, whenever somebody is out on bail, that means they paid a lump sum of money to the government to be allowed to go out free in between their trial dates. But if they don't come back to those trials, then the government gets to keep that money and then they're considered a fugitive. That's when people like Dog come in. Dwayne Chapman, also known as Dog the Bounty Hunter, is more or less the face of bounty hunting. Literally, if you go on Wikipedia, his face is the picture for the topic. That is mainly because he has a show named Dog the Bounty Hunter where, believe it or not, he bounty hunts. But how does a guy who looked like he was made for bounty hunting end up getting a show about his job? Well, all the way back in 2003, there was this guy who ended up assaulting and drugging a bunch of women. Whenever it was his time to get sentenced, he ran away like a little. He went all the way down to Mexico, and believe it or not, Dog and his team went and chased him down to Mexico, extradited him back to the US, where he got 125 years in jail. At the time, this was like really big news, and to date, that's probably the best thing Dog has ever done. But because of this super big news and spectacle around it, Dog became really popular, which gave him a show with A&E. The show is more or less just Dog doing his job. From what I've seen, none of it is like really scripted. Most of it seems like, pretty real. To be fair, I've only seen a lot of season 1 and some of season 8, so I don't know. But you already know, the first thing you do when you get a show is make an absolutely terrible intro song. Truly, the guy who sung it sounds so nasally and terrible, I don't know how they hired him. I'm the dog, the big black dog, bounty hunter. And funnily enough, just like I talked about in my Storage Wars video, the earlier seasons are 20 minutes long. Perfect for this kind of reality slop. The later seasons are 40 minutes long. I have no idea why. There are entire scenes of them sitting and talking, driving and talking, standing and talking. Go do something. Truly, if anybody knows why they moved from like 20-minute episodes to 40-minute episodes, I would love to know. I Googled it, couldn't find anything. Something interesting about Dog is the fact that he doesn't like guns. Very contrary to how he looks, but I respect it. He instead carried around pepper spray, and trust me, he wields that thing like it's a deadly weapon. For some reason during the show, they always hype up how dangerous it is and stuff like that. And I'm sure facets of the job, are dangerous. But when you spend entire episodes hyping up how dangerous this one guy is, and then you arrest him with no complications, I just kind of can't take you seriously.
Don't move, Pucky. Stay right still. Hands behind your back now. Come on, be safe. Just till we're pal.
Why are you trying to get freaky with him? Let go of his neck. There's also a ton of interesting information that we get to learn about Dog in episode 1. Like, we get to see his daily work attire. Why can I see his nipples? Surely that breaks some sort of workplace violation. Also, that can't be safe. Let some guy have a knife, your nipples are gone, sliced off. They're going on a pizza immediately. Get it, guys? Because pepperoni, like people call nipples pepperonis. I'm gonna edit that joke out, I think. He also has a chain that is handcuffs. That's so cool. I need everybody to rep their job like Dog reps his. Next time I pull up into Walmart, I better see a worker in the full ramen fit rocking the Walmart ones. We also know that just like you and me, to Dog, work is just work. He doesn't take it personal, right? I'm sure we've all worked in like a retail kind of setting where a customer is super rude and we just let it roll off our back and we don't really pay too much attention to it. Dog does the same thing. Hell, his wife even says so.
And then when we've caught him, it's nothing personal.
But it's funny she says that as soon as they arrest the guy and get him in the car, they start laughing and ridiculing him. So bad, they just bully that guy.
Hey, how's Randy from the penitentiary? I'm him. You gave us the number, dummy. Oh, you're a good convict, bro. You failed it. In Donald Trump's words, convict, you're fired.
Hey man, what you're doing right now is taking it personal. That's kind of exactly what taking it personal is. You are open mouth, belly slapping, laughing at him, dude. Stop it. Stop. Before we go on with the video, I'd like to talk about today's sponsor, me. Yeah, thanks, me. But yeah, guys, it would help me out a ton if you could like, subscribe, and do all that YouTube stuff. You know, it's absolutely free, and if you'd like, you could unsubscribe later, but you probably shouldn't. It hurt my feelings. Okay? Thanks, me. All right, back to the video, me. But episode 1 isn't too bad. We really just get to see into the dog family, and it kind of sucks that I just said that about a grown man. Kind of makes my stomach hurt a little bit. But the whole crux of the episode lies in the fact that the guy that they arrested has the same last name as them, Chapman. And because of that, Dog says this.
You don't run, Floyd. Thank God we caught you before they filed bond jumping. Thank God that we caught you before they put you on Hawaii's Most Wanted Monday. Thank God we're Chapmans too, and we might be able to help you.
I don't know, man. I don't think that's how the justice system works. I don't think if you go to the judge and just say, hey man, go easy on him. We have the same last name. I don't think that'll work as like solid evidence, you know?
Let him out. Stretch him.
What? Ew. You're gonna stretch him? I think, I think I did a crime actually. Just come and arrest me, please. Guys, come get me. They end up actually helping the guy, saying that if the guy calls them like once a day, they could probably get him hooked up with a job or something. Very cool. The whole reason they do that is because they say that they want the name Chapman to be synonymous with good. So they want everybody with the name Chapman to be good. And I kind of do like that mentality.
We don't want the Chapman name going like that. We want that Chapman just to be positive all the time. Chapman does good, Chapman does great, Chapman does better.
So with that objective in mind, why would you then go on Fox News to talk about how much you love the idea of mass deportation, right? Because if the objective is to have your name synonymous with good, why would you then go on Instagram, make an AI image of you and the Big Steen's #1 friend for his 80th birthday party and write an entire paragraph about how much you love him? That paragraph is bigger than anything I've ever texted a woman. Kinda gay. Also, on the topic of Instagram, for some reason he loves making AI images of himself, which is just kind of sad because he always depicts himself from when he was like 30 or 40 and not old and decrepit and looking like somebody's sleep paralysis demon. Why would you constantly want to be looking at yourself like that? I don't know. That has to be bad for the brain. But anyways, back to the show. Dog likes to consider himself a sort of motivational speaker, right? We saw a little bit back in the earlier episodes where he was talking to the guy in the back of his car, but I truly think he hit his peak with his speech all the way in episode 3.
I do not have the same speech for everybody, and I probably not said this one coming up for you. You're a dad. Just be a dad. When I first got out of prison, I said, what I'm gonna be now is a dad. And I went looking for that little son, and when I seen him, he goes, you ain't my dad. I said, you know what? I'm your dad. Augustine, you're a dad.
Very clearly, based on that speech, Dog is a family man. So much so, he has 6 wives and 13 kids. That's insane. I can't even name 6 women. What's even more crazy is that Beth, his wife in the TV show, died in 2019. That is so sad. And he went and remarried in 2021. When he remarried, he was 69. And I truly can't help but think, does he think that all 5 of his other wives were just trial runs for his wife that he has now? Does he sit down and think he met the love of his life at 69? I don't know. When your wife dies, when you're like 60 or above, that's the time where you don't remarry. You're just a sad old guy whose wife died. Okay? You have to sit around the house sad looking at her pictures all day, not going and remarrying somebody else.
It's just hard to get going on a girl, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro, me too. I get it. But that more or less just confirms that the essay that you read about Donald Trump on your Instagram was truly out of love. Truly, this show isn't as bad as some of the other ones that I've talked about. It's just not good either. Leland is my favorite. We follow like a whole crew of people. Leland is my favorite. He will always be my favorite until I find out he's weird and racist, like his dad. Also, I feel the need to mention, this didn't fit anywhere in the video, dog is 5'7". I don't know, man. You kind of can't market yourself as some sort of like really cool badass and then be shorter than me. I don't know. So it's just not working for me. With this kind of show, you already know it was for free on Tubi. Shout out Tubi. I'll never run out of content. But yeah, that's about it. Let me know what you think. Did you? Oh my God. I just realized just now I have nothing on in the background. I hope you didn't click off because you were so bored. Ugh. But yeah, that's about it. Like, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff. Helps me out a ton. You could subscribe now and unsubscribe later. It's free. But if you unsubscribe later, that'll hurt my feelings. So maybe just don't do that. Just stay subscribed. But yeah, did you ever watch Doug when you were Doug? I'm an idiot. Dog when you were a kid. I didn't. I came across him in my video about the Amish. If you guys saw that one, not a lot of people did. I just thought he looked so interesting, and I'm so glad that he was interesting. Great video. Okay, that's it. I love you. Bye.